Hey there, Lions Den. We are here on a Friday for our YouTube, and our topic today is going to be boundaries and kind of how to establish them and what types there are. So, a boundary is a limit that you can set on what you will not accept from another person in their words or actions. Boundaries can be material, physical, mental, and emotional. Boundaries do keep people together in a healthy way. Healthy boundaries and respect help people communicate more effectively and work together, making people less likely to fight or want to leave a relationship. You need to be able to say no, but you also need to learn to be able to accept no from other people. They need to protect their boundaries too. By setting a good example, you're providing a template by which others can set appropriate behavior. Material boundaries is what you feel comfortable lending. You can tell someone you don't want them to damage your belongings, or limit the time that they have them, or limits on favors, services, or your labor. Physical boundaries would be personal space, touching who can touch you, how they can touch you, where they can touch you, and when they can touch you, especially sexual boundaries. Mental boundaries, thoughts, values, opinions, and beliefs. Emotional boundaries, know where you end and I begin. Separate identity. You are your own person. And be aware of your feelings and be aware of your choices. It's important to be aware that you are in control of your feelings. Your feelings are a choice. Why are boundaries important? Well, healthy boundaries are necessary components for self care. Without boundaries, we feel depleted, our cup is emptied, taken advantage of, taken for granted, or intruded upon. Whether it's in work or personal relationships, poor boundaries can lead to resentment, hurt, anger, and a burnout. Boundaries can help us take care of ourselves by giving us permission to say no to things and to not take everything on. Boundaries draw a clear line around what is okay for us and what is not. While some behaviors clearly cross the line for almost anyone, we all have different comfort levels when it comes to everything, from intimacy to privacy to lateness. When someone believes in a way that doesn't feel okay to us, that crosses our line, we need to take care of ourselves by letting them know and making sure that line is clear. Unhealthy boundaries are characterized by sharing too much too soon. At the other end of the spectrum, closing yourself off and not expressing your wants and needs. Feeling responsible for others' happiness. A weak sense of your own identity. You tend to base how you feel about yourself on how others treat you or react to you. You allow others to make decisions for you, and consequently, you feel powerless and you don't take responsibility for your own life. Healthy boundaries allow an individual to have higher self esteem and self respect. Share personal information gradually in a mutual sharing and trusting relationship. Protect yourself physically and emotionally from intrusion. Have an equal partnership where responsibility and power are shared. Be assertive. Confidently and truthfully say yes or no, and be okay when others say no to you. Separate your needs, thoughts, and feelings and desires from others. Recognize that your boundaries and needs are different from others. Empower yourself to make healthy choices and take responsibility for yourself. If you're dealing with someone who's physically dangerous or threatening you, it may not be safe to attempt to set explicit boundaries with them. But then you need to decide if that relationship is healthy for you or not, because it can turn into abuse. If you are in this situation, it can be helpful to work with a counselor, therapist, or an advocate to create a safety plan and boundary setting. May be part of this, but in a later setting. And you're always more than welcome to reach out to us if you feel like you can't set boundaries with someone in any way, and we can help you through that, talk you through it, give you advice. Because setting boundaries just really isn't comfortable, and people may push back if you say no to try some things or to try communicating your needs more clearly if you haven't before. People may try to test those limits or see how serious you are about drawing the line and boundary, or they can use, well, you've not reacted that way. So they're used to you responding in a certain way and agreeing with them on everything or always letting them do something, and they may push back when you try to make changes. And that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It just means that you need to be clear and consistent until people adjust to the new way of interacting. Boundaries are definitely important in any relationship, parents, siblings, significant other, friends. Um, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Definitely everyone has their own opinions and feelings. And it's hard when someone's not keeping themselves in check. But definitely create healthy boundaries. Don't be aggressive, be assertive. So that way it's not taken as being pushy or hurtful. But some people will say, even with you being assertive, that they don't like it because they want to push back. So as always, I just want to reach out and say that our moderators and our admin are always here for you if you want to vent to us, need help setting a boundary, or um, ideas on how to set a boundary, just anything. If you just want to talk to us about it and um, see if what you're doing is aggressive or assertive, or if you need help setting a boundary with someone in the group because they're DMing you all the time or something like that. We definitely want this to be a safe place as always. So if you need help setting boundaries within the group, please reach out to any of the moderators or the admin. We're always here for you. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Thanks, guys.